Hello, friends. Welcome to the session on artificial intelligence. In this session, we'll be discussing about the machine learning workflow. Friends, if you want to understand how exactly the machine learning model is being developed and deployed, then this is the right session for you because in this session we will discuss along with example that how exactly the machine learning model is being developed and how it is being deployed. So friends, as you know that the information of artificial intelligence is very necessary nowadays because every now and then we are making the use of AI tools, and therefore it is mandatory for us to understand how exactly AI works. So friends, whether you are a teacher or whether you are working in industry or whether you are a student, whatever the form or whatever the job that you are doing, it is mandatory for you to understand the artificial intelligence. And that is the reason we have been doing these sessions. So let us understand what is the machine learning workflow. So friends, whenever we think of a machine learning, then machine learning is an integral part of the artificial intelligence because through machine learning only the machines can behave like human beings to some extent. So in order to understand how the machine learning works or how the workflow of machine learning is there, it means that we are understanding a series of steps, and these are the steps that are designed to develop, evaluate and deploy a machine learning model. So basically, whenever you want to develop any machine learning model, if you want to evaluate any machine learning model, and if you want to deploy the machine learning model in order to do a specific task, then in this session, you will understand how exactly it is being done. Now, this is the image that is being generated by AI only, and this image will actually illustrate all the steps that are being carried out in the workflow of machine learning. So the first step that starts with the problem definition. So here it is very necessary for us to define the problem, and the problem that we want to solve by using a machine learning model. Say for example, if you want to recognize characters written by hand, or if you want to recognize faces, or if you want to recognize images, then these are the problems that can be solved by using a machine learning model. And here you need to understand what exactly you want to do, and then you have to state the objectives, and the objectives can be classification, where you want to classify the given input. It can be regression, or it can be clustering, or you want to cluster it among the different groups. So this is the first step. You need to define the problem, and then you have to state the key matrices such as accuracy, the precision and recall, because these are the matrices that will help you to what extent your model is working. And the expected output can be predicted by using a label, or you can make the use of probability so that you can see what can be the expected output. In the step 2, what we used to do is that we need to collect the appropriate data. Data collection is very important in AI because unless and until you have a suitable amount of data, the model will not get trained. So you must get the relevant and sufficient amount of the data, and you can make the use of various sources. Say for example, you can make the use of databases, or you can make the use of the web scraping tools in order to collect the data. And you have to ensure yourself that whatever the data you have been collecting for your problem, that must contain the features, because unless and until you are able to extract the features from the data, the further processing will not take place. So while collecting the data, you must take care that the data is being diverse and it will have all kind of representation. So it should be a representative data. In the step 3, what we need to do is the data pre-processing. This is the step which is essential whenever we collect some raw data. So we need to clean it first. So cleaning of the data, and then you transform and prepare the data for the analysis and modeling. So in pre-processing, what we do is that we need to clean the data so that that can be further used. Also, you need to transform the data in appropriate form, and then you can prepare the data in order to do the further analysis and modeling. In the step number 4, what we do is the data analysis. So we'll go for the data analysis. We will understand what kind of pattern is there in the data, and we will visualize the data. Understanding a pattern in the data is very important. There are different data analysis tools with the help of which we can analyze the data. And then we need to select in the step 5 the appropriate model. So we need to choose appropriate algorithm depending upon the nature of the problem that you are solving. Say for example, we can make the use of support vector machine, or we can make the use of the neural network, or we can make the use of the clustering, k-means clustering. So there are different algorithms available for the artificial intelligence, and you need to select an appropriate algorithm that will help you to solve your problem. In the step 6, what we need to do is that we need to train our model. So you have to train your chosen model. Say for example, if you have chosen neural network, then you have to train the neural network on the training data set. And so that whenever you train the neural network, then it will learn from the data patterns. And then in the step 7, what we do is that the model evaluation. You will find that we can access the performance of the model, and for that we can make the use of either accuracy or precision and recall methods in order to judge the performance of your model. In the step 8, what we do is that we will deploy the model. So once you have a appropriate model ready with you, then you can deploy it. So you need to integrate the trained model into the production so that the people can use it. So whenever you want to make the use of in the real world, then the deployment is very necessary. And only development will not be sufficient. You need to maintain your model, or you need to maintain your program by continuously monitoring the model performance. And whenever you feel that the model performance is not appropriate, then you can update the model so that it will perform as per the requirement. Let us understand it with simple example. Suppose we have been given a problem where we can predict whether an email is spam or not. This is our problem, and this problem can be solved by making the use of machine learning model. So in this case, what we need to do is that we need to collect a large amount of data of emails, and where we need to label the email as a spam or not spam. So if the email consists of the words such as lottery, win, prize, then there are chances that the email will be spam. But the email consists of letters such as meeting or some important event, then there are chances that the email will not be a spam. So you need to label the collected emails. Then you need to process the data. This is being called as a pre-processing. So we can clean the data. So we can remove symbols if there are unwanted symbols, if there are some lowercase letters or any other symbols or data present, then that need to be removed. Then we can convert text into numbers by using the techniques like term frequency, inverse document frequency, or we can make the use of word embedding in order to convert the text into numbers. And then we can handle the missing values or imbalance of the data. If you have to check whether there is a imbalancing of the data, then that can be handled properly. Then what we will do is that we will split the given data set into two parts. One is being called as a training set, which is normally 80% of the data, and another part is being called as a test set, which is normally 20% of the data. So now we can select the appropriate model so that we can train it. Say for example, you can choose the algorithms such as logistic regression, Naive Bayes, or you can make the use of neural network. And then once it is selected, then you can train the model on the training data set. And then once it is trained, then you can make the use of accuracy, precision recall, or F1 square on the test set. And then you can tune some hyperparameters as well. So you can adjust the model parameters. Say for example, you can adjust the learning rate, you can adjust the regularization so that the model performance will be to the satisfactory level. And also you can make the use of the techniques such as grid search or random search. Now, once the model is working appropriately for you, then you can think of deploying it. Now you can integrate it into the existing email system so that whenever a new email arrives, then it will automatically get classified whether spam or not spam. And you have to continuously monitor the performance of the model, and then if required, you can replace the model also, or you can retrain the model with the new data set. So thank you friends for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood how it is possible to develop a machine learning model and how it can be deployed in the existing system. Thank you all.